who are going to be the attackers to supplement Haaland and what he does. And when I saw the lineup, I mean, Cherki, Foden as wingers, no one's in theory holding that width, right? But I mean, I'm just looking at the average position maps, and like you said, Nico O'Reilly's had that good dynamic with Doku on that side, and I think him and Foden looks like they were able to replicate that in terms of knowing what spaces to pick up, and then Cherki and Reinders 1-2 combo. I mean, that's especially with Nunes, just I'm sure bombing up and down, creating more space. Yeah, it's beautiful to see. Like you said, as a neutral, Mila, it is satisfying to watch. You do have to tip your cap to teams that play that way. I think Leeds this past weekend scored 4 goals from dead ball situations. Fair play. Like that's what you got to do to win games in this league by all means. But I do think there's something about it to where you have pretty much whatever you want, a full war chest of assets. Yeah, go play nice, right? Make it nice on the eye, right? Can you at least try that for me? So it is nice in a sense to be able to watch City play this way, and it's totally not because it's a 2-horse race and I'm rooting against one horse. It has nothing to do with that.
Okay, to be honest, like if they played this, not even this, if they played their old footy, I won't even bring my club into it. And for this specific thing that we're about to talk about, little segue, sidebar. If they played their old footy and we're doing what they're doing, I think there would be a lot less complaints.
Who's they, Mila, to specify?
The other team in the 2-horse race. It was free flowing. It was fun, and it got people out of their seats. This is like, like what the fuck? What did I just watch with that Arsenal Everton game? And then the own goals, and then you blow it to Villa, and like this is the leading horse. I don't know, disappointing, but we'll definitely go into that with Fact when he comes back on at some point.
It's, you know what? I don't do this often, so this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity here for someone to clip me here. But there's only 2 teams in the league that I think play free flowing footy and actively try to win every match, and that's Liverpool and that's Manchester City, and the way that they go about matches. Now, the main difference is City controls matches, whereas Liverpool does not control matches. That's their biggest difference right now, right? But it is visually appealing on the eyes. The interplay between like Foden and Cherki, and now even Haaland, like with the 1 and 2 touch passing, like every single goal that came from this match was 1 and 2 touch passing. Like, yes, a couple of lucky bounces, but in general, I don't think there's another team on planet Earth that can play the way that City play. And I don't know if that's like a Pep Guardiola specific thing or it's just the players that City have in this system, but it's genuinely like tiki-taka to the max. Like if you were to take fucking a book about tiki-taka, like this is what they're doing currently, and it looks amazing. If I was an Arsenal fan, I'd be shitting my fucking pants. I'd be shitting my pants.
PSG maybe too. You could throw in the conversation.
Yep.
I know there's the argument about who they're playing, but in terms of the way they play, I think that's definitely what they're trying to do as well.
That's a great argument. Yeah.
Bayern maybe.
Except for the rest of their starters in the fucking home league.
Bayern are doing a whole different thing. I wish that we could do a whole segment on Bayern. Like Company and what he's doing is like a whole different planet of attacking football, but like they're so much better than everyone else in their league. They can't get away with that.
Right.
I think he's playing like a 2-2-8. Like I don't know, like he's getting extra players on the pitch.
They're wild. They're wild. But yeah, I think City. So you think Reinders is going to be playing in that midfield? Is that, can he do that with Foden? Like, how are they setting up? I think because it looks like Cherki's got that right wing position sort of locked up.
Yeah, locked up for at least starting. Yeah, for sure. Semenyo, if he comes in, makes it a much more of a conversation, especially with the Doku injury, but that should only be 3 weeks. And I guess we have Savio, but he's not getting into the team over Cherki. Cherki is literally one of the best in the league right now, and Savio is starting to get back to form. So at most, he's a depth piece. Yeah, so there's not really competition in that position, but I do also think the versatility that him and Foden have is key to why this is working. a lot of teams struggle because they have to shove players into a squad out of position. These guys, I mean, a lot of our team can just play wherever they're put, and it doesn't harm our play in any way. So I think that's the huge part, is that we could just fit everyone to the team. And Reinders, with these injuries and Cherki and Foden playing the width, this is his moment to shine. And he looks like he's taking it. He's feeding in great passes. He's getting the goals finally. And I think the main thing is the off-ball stuff. But I think he's starting to get it. And I think Pep's understanding that he needs to be a little more of an attacking outlet. And that's why Bernardo's doing this, like, sitting back with the Nico G type thing.
It's intelligent attackers, like you said. Like, they don't have to be put in one specific position the way you guys are playing right now. They're intelligent enough. They've bought in enough to the point where they know where they need to be. They can interchange and really just make shit happen. And that's what makes it so fun to watch. It's just,
and I think that's what really makes it like free flowing, is the fact that it's kind of positionless. Like, yes, of course, there's positions and tactics when it comes to Pep, but how many of these guys are technically playing out of position and still looking fantastic? I think all of them, for the most part, outside of the center backs and Haaland and goalkeeper, everyone's out of position. Like, not a single player is playing their position, and we look this fucking good. Obviously, a lot of it, 80-70% of it, is just the tactics and what Pep has drilled into them and how to play, the tempo, all that crap. But like I said earlier, that joy, that connection that we have as a team right now, and you can tell on the pitch, it's there. These guys love playing together. They understand each other, and they're having fun with it. And I think that's what should scare rival teams more than anything, is that, no, we're not just following a plan and getting it done, but we're fucking playing Premier League teams, and 9 out of 11 of our guys are smiling the entire time. Haaland's missing a header that he should have scored, and he's laughing it off because he knows he's going to get another goal because he's averaging a fucking brace on the day. Yeah, that was one of the main things I wanted to talk about in this. And then the second thing is the consistency as of like the 14 games. I think it's been 5 games, because 5 games ago we were talking about my team conceding 10 goals in 4 games. Terrible. The second we had that conversation on the pod, it fucking flipped. The switch flipped. We conceded 1 goal in the past 5 games.
Yeah.
Rodrigo, who hadn't scored in months. I mean, and I told you guys he'd score, but that's how good they've been lately. That's like how locked in the defense has been. We went from conceding 8 goals in the second half of 2 games to conceding 1 goal in 5 games. And I think we're rolling through teams right now. The defense looks locked in. It looks like everyone's going to fucking brick fall, dolphin dive in front of a shot before even letting Donnarumma get a chance to make the save. And if he needs to make the save, he'll make a double save like he did against West Ham. I'm very happy right now. And this is probably the happiest I've been with the squad in 2.5 years. It's fallen off a little bit. The joy left a little bit. Those old guys just got a little complacent, but these guys have the fire back, and I think that's the most important part.
I think it's funny. I think in the beginning of the season, I was pointing out how I thought the City's defense was really good and they hadn't been conceding goals, and I was like more on the idea of like, yeah, I think City's been great. Now I think I'm on the opposite side where I need a bigger sample size just because of the teams that have been played, and also like watching back the game.
That's
like
they haven't been
West Ham had fucking chances. Not like they didn't have chances.
They do, but then like that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, yes, they're gonna be chances, but then you have to beat Donnarumma.
Yeah, but like eventually
if
somebody
the ball happens, of course.
So
And
that's
look
why I
at
need
the sample size of this season. Most of them are just fucking whoppers.
Yeah,
he doesn't really get beat easily much, and the team is not giving up those easy chances. Like, yes, occasionally there's a mistake, but I think they're making up for the mistakes. They're not letting the shot come off, and we've had a couple that hit the post. So there's a little luck involved, but we weren't getting that luck before, so the tides have changed a bit.
I think part of playing the free flowing style is that's the difference. Like this is the difference between Arsenal and Man City. Like I don't see teams realistically getting a ton of chances against Arsenal just because that's the way they play. They try not to lose matches. So they're defensively always more solidified, right? Like they are openly okay with just not having attacking output unless it's just like this swarming kind of like compression.
Maintain the defensive shape, yeah.
Right. But City, they are going for
It's the
matches so
opposite,
that
yes.
right. That's why Bowen had like 4 opportunities on the counter. Like that's gonna happen. That's why you guys brought in Donnarumma. Like it's gonna look like
He did have those chances, but then I'm like, you see Nico O'Reilly and fucking Mateus Nunes going full speed recovery, like in making those tackles. Like they're gonna have chances, and
yeah.
I think that's why, that we brought in Donnarumma exactly to
He's
allow that to happen. If you give him the one-on-one, I'm giving him a little more than a 50% chance to make that save, which is absurd, but he's that good.
I think if City end up doing what we all kind of, at least what I see them doing at the end of this whole thing, like if we look back at this in, May, June, like he's probably the signing of the summer. And it comes down strictly to the idea that if it was Trafford or City in second right now, if it's Trafford.
Ooh, yeah, probably.
I don't know. I don't know. Look, they've been really good over this stretch where you guys are just pummeling team offensively, right?
Yeah.
But like there was periods there where like he was on his head, and like it was just Haaland and Donnarumma.
That's true.
So like that's maybe
fair,
I'm just like.
It's hard to say. It's hard to speculate because I do think Trafford is the type of player that if given that opportunity, he would have seized it, and we probably would have been talking. I don't know about best in the world, but talking a lot about him this season because he is that good of a shot stopper, and that's kind of what we needed. But a lot of his issues were the passing things. Earlier, it wasn't shot stopping. He was still probably one of the best shot stoppers in the league when he was playing. Donna came in, and that was the question: is he going to be much better with these issues? And he has been. He's been fucking phenomenal. He's been dribbling past guys. I watched him go to the 30-yard line yesterday.
Yeah.
The fuck was going on there? I was so excited. I was like, what is going on?
I guess that's the difference of playing from like PSG and playing for like a world champion and being at the top of the sport for so long and coming up from Burnley, right? Like there is certain.
They're not world champions.
European champions, sorry. Not world champions.
Of course.
He is a European champion multiple times. Good for him. Now that I'm thinking about it. Intercontinental champions?
Yeah, that's right. Champions of what?
Yeah. I think I spewed out all my happy feelings on this, or at least the things that I feel that other people aren't really talking about as much. Yeah. Those were the 2 main ones.
That's the biggest conversation that we have had since like I don't know, match week 5 that wasn't like Haaland good, Foden good, Donnarumma good.
But I guess another thing we could just quickly touch on is that if Donna's not our signing of the summer, it's probably Cherki. It's got to be one of those 2.
Oh yeah,
the sample size is just much larger for Donnarumma. Cherki had the injury and he's definitely the X
games,
factor.
But look at what he's doing in the last games. He's leading the league in assists.
Look, we called it early. Like he was going to be the reason, if there was a reason for City getting back into form and being in a title race, was Cherki, and people just didn't like him because they thought he was fat and apparently a super angry individual who didn't like his teammates. I don't know where that came from. I still don't know where that came from.
He got the Hazard cosign. That was enough for me.
From what I've heard, it's just he's always been better than everyone he's played against. So maybe that came off as a bit cocky, but from everything I've seen, he's cut the weight. Regardless of someone, either Pep said you have to cut it or like he just chose to. He cut the weight. He's running his ass off every game. He is friendly with literally everyone on the team. And he's an entertainer. So anything that they said about him, whether that was just to bring down his price or try to keep him at the club longer, I don't know. I don't care. I'm very happy with what we got.
Fuck, dude. I said it with United. I was like, just go bring that guy in January. No, they don't listen to me. You know what? That means that I should be the sporting director of Manchester United.
No, honestly,
And have you be our sporting director,
Shire should
Dylan?
probably be your guys' sporting director. He'd probably get shit done.
No, yeah.
He would have you guys in a very different, not even as a coach, if he was in the front office.
I'd rather have
You
Grok
do
be
a
our
great
sporting director, dude.
Talent IQ.
I'd rather have Grok be our sporting director.
Hey, Grok, can you pull it up? All right. Anything else on City? Or are we good to go to the other Manchester club?
Play naughty and
Ew. It'll be a gross. I just feel like that's going to be a gross game.
It is. It's probably going to be like a 1-0 game.
Yeah, that's going to be ugly.
Like a Diaz goal.
Yeah, that's a Dyche masterclass if it's 1-0.